Right, so in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about weedgrass and why some lawns get it more than others. This lawn I'm stood in front of now has had very little weedgrass this year, almost none. It's had a few, but very minimal. And the key question you should always ask yourself is why. If you have a grass like ryegrass, then it is going to mean that your lawn's more susceptible to weedgrasses. If we just talk briefly about the differences between them. With rye, one seed's one plant, and most of the growth is going to be vertical, hence why it looks really nice in the sun, because it casts a lot of shadows between the blades, giving you a much darker sort of aesthetic overall, compared to a lawn like this, which grows more laterally. And yeah, the colour looks great, but with that vertical growth, it leaves a lot of spaces in between, and those weed grasses can take the opportunity, like we've already said, to fill in any spaces that you leave. They're often known as an opportunistic plant because they'll grow literally anywhere. I mean, I've got a grid on the driveway which has had a power annual plant grown in there for the past 3 months or so, and it's thriving, it's doing well, and it's sitting in a tiny little piece of soil on a massive metal grid. So if it can grow in there, it can grow absolutely anywhere given the chance. With this type of lawn, which is a mixture of bentgrass and fescue, the growth is more lateral. You do get some vertical growth, but most of it goes this way, and that means that as it starts to cover the soil, it means it's less and less likely for any sort of weed seeds to be able to germinate and take hold, because this plant is almost asserting its authority over the soil and crowding out any of those potential opportunities for anything else. If you get right in over the top of the sward, you are not going to see any weedgrass plants on here whatsoever, and it's for all the reasons I have already mentioned as part of the reason why I went with this grass type. This side of the lawn is the only part where we're really going to, there we go. Now this is absolute proof, like we just said, it's all about competition, and you can see this side of the lawn is quite bare compared to the rest of the spaces, and this is because this part died quite a lot over the winter. It died back, quite a lot of space. The dogwood weed over this side, you see where this patch is just, complete soil. But the reason why we've got some power growing in this part of the lawn is because of the space, because it's exposed, and the fescue plants and the bentgrass plants have started to fill in. But the opportunistic plants are out here doing their thing as well, and if we don't remove them now, you've got to be careful too, because they do creep under the other grasses, and you don't want to burst the little seed pods up at the top, but these will start to take hold, and if I leave it now, then it's going to creep across the rest of the garden. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. So getting rid of them is all we can really do at this early stage. There we go. Make sure you don't leave any of the seeds on the lawn. But that is complete proof that if you have exposed parts of soil, or if your sward isn't dense enough, these are going to grow. I've never had a broadleaf weed in this lawn in the past 12 months of having it, which is testament to the grass type altogether. But in terms of weed plants, that's the first one I've found in a few weeks. And it won't be the last, there are going to be a few others knocking about, and there we go, another little tiny one here, because again, it's over on this thinner part of the lawn. Just remove any other plant that we've got there. It's only a tiny one. It's all about understanding the why. I'm a novice at all this, I'm not an expert, but year on year we are learning more and more, and hopefully the advice on this channel is only going to improve and help you to get an even better lawn. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel if you want to follow along with any more sort of common sense lawn advice. If you've enjoyed it or found the video useful at all, feel free to give it a like. Head over to Instagram, it's Novice Gardener YT, and I do have a TikTok, it's Novice Gardener Official. And yeah, follow along with these videos if you want some more common sense advice. Finally, thanks for watching.